It's official, Joe Biden is running for the President of the United States. Again. My name is James Lee. Welcome to my channel 5149, where we uncover together the true motivations and incentives underlying our political, business, and cultural institutions. And today's topic, Joe Biden 2.0. Specifically, let's set the record straight about his presidency by breaking down his new campaign ad, which I presume is supposed to excite and inspire the country about a second term of Joe Biden.
Freedom. Personal freedom is fundamental to who we are as Americans.
There's nothing more important, nothing more sacred.
That's been the work of my first term, to fight for our democracy.
This shouldn't be a red or blue issue.
To protect our rights, to make sure that everyone in this country is treated equally and that everyone is given a fair shot at making it.
Everyone should be treated equally and everyone should have a fair shot at making it. I don't disagree.
There are no Mondays, Fridays, Sundays, holidays on this railroad. It's 365 days a year. We're on call every day, 24 hours a day. So we work.
It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
The sentiment amongst the entire workforce at BNSF is that we're tired, we're exhausted. You've taken everything you can in terms of the quality of our lives. We're in the fight for our lives.
Yes, rail workers, they deserve better treatment, better wages, better working conditions. Surely Biden, a man of the people, Union Joe, would stand in solidarity with rail workers in their fight against exploitation. Oh no, he didn't do that? Biden actually moved in to stop the rail strike? Cool.
But you know, around the country, MAGA extremists are lining up to take on those bedrock freedoms, cutting Social Security that you paid for your entire life while cutting taxes for the very wealthy, dictating what healthcare decisions women can make, banning books, and telling people who they can love, all while making it more difficult for you to be able to vote.
I have to say, what a skillful piece of deceptive ad writing and video editing, weaving together economic issues where it is irrefutable that both the Democrats and the Republicans do the bidding of their corporate donors. You know the analogy, two wings of the same bird. With voting rights, where once again, both parties covertly create laws to undermine democracy, albeit in slightly different ways. I have an old video about this. With manufactured culture wars and reproductive rights. These are wedge issues that have been weaponized by both parties to the detriment of real people.
When I ran for president 4 years ago, I said we're in a battle for the soul of America. And we still are. The question we're facing is whether in the years ahead we have more freedom or less freedom, more rights or fewer. I know what I want the answer to be, and I think you do too.
Yeah, of course, we want more freedom, more rights, but what happens when those freedoms and rights clash with your particular agenda or worldview? Both parties are definitely guilty of this, pretending to still care about freedom and liberty when all they really care about is their freedom, their liberty, and of course, protecting their donors' ability to do whatever they want in the name of profit.
That's why I'm running for re-election. Because I know America. I know we're good and decent people. I know we're still a country that believes in honesty and respect and treating each other with dignity. That we're a nation where we give hate no safe harbor. We believe that everyone is equal, that everyone should be given a fair shot to succeed in this country.
More platitudes. We're good, decent people. We value honesty, respect, dignity. We are a nation of love, not hate. And again, this notion that everyone should be given a fair shot to succeed. I'm aware this is a Joe Biden ad, so they're obviously not going to say this, but I have to say this. The Democratic Party is once again rigging the primary to make sure the establishment candidate of their choice will be the eventual winner. The corporate and mainstream media, they're definitely in on this. Washington Post on April 10th. President Biden remains the overwhelming favorite to be the Democrats' nominee for 2024. He has no serious challengers. CNN on April 21st, no Democrat posing a serious challenge to Biden despite his unpopularity. Time Magazine on April 25th, none of the party's most credible candidates are taking any steps towards a run. Shall I go on? I don't have proof of such collusion, but are mainstream journalists that negligent to ignore Robert F. Kennedy, who's polling at 14% of Biden voters? Or Marianne Williamson, who recently polled 10% on a national poll. Oh, I don't see any legitimate challengers. Where are these people? You combine that with a recent NBC News poll, 70% of Americans do not want Biden to run again. That should signal something. And despite two candidates posing a serious challenge, the DNC predictably is not open to an open form of discussion, already shutting the door on the possibility of any debate during the 2024 primaries. So no, I don't buy that. Not everyone has a fair shot to succeed in America, and the outlook isn't great, especially if you just look at the Democratic Party itself. It's more like everyone who supports upholding the establishment neoliberal corporate world order has a fair shot to succeed.
Every generation of Americans has faced a moment when they have to defend democracy. Stand up for our personal freedom. Stand up for the right to vote and our civil rights. And this is our moment.
Are you pumped? We got uplifting, energetic music, every racial minority group imaginable under the sun, blacks, Latinos, Asians, etc. And of course, lip service to voting rights and civil rights. I say lip service because during his first term, Biden has lost ground with most every demographic group. How is that possible? We got the fireworks and the people smiling and the cute doggies. Well, many outlets have attributed the president's woes to his failure to enact racial justice legislation in general and a voting rights law in particular. As Bloomberg reported last week, the sudden collapse of voting rights legislation this week is emerging as the final straw for black voters with President Joe Biden. Politico echoed this statement Thursday morning. The defeat of the voting rights bill last week was a final straw for many voters of color disenchanted with the lack of action on that issue as well as on police reform. Like, you may not agree with these exact issues or what the solutions for these issues are, but I don't think you can argue with the fact that Biden has done hardly anything at all for people who he made promises to. You can't just repeat platitudes like, we shall not be silenced, we stand with the people, and not do anything to fundamentally improve the day-to-day conditions of your constituents.
Let's finish this job. I know we can, because this is the United States of America. There's nothing, simply nothing we cannot do if we do it together.
Finish what job? Is the job protecting the rights of donors and corporations? Is the job maintaining the status quo? What are we talking about here? A democratic government, small d, should be a reflection of the people, a competition to determine who can best represent the will of the people. It starts with the president, but it funnels down through the different legislative bodies, down to your local city council members and community representatives. It's not comfortable to talk about, but I guess I'll do it anyways, and I'm sure some people will still take offense. But is Biden even fit to serve? Because at this point, I'm not even certain that Biden is truly capable of independent thought. Do we really want another Dianne Feinstein situation at the presidential level? I think the elephant in the room is, why is the Democratic Party establishment so hell-bent on Biden? I would have to presume a puppet president ain't bad for big money special interests and the established state apparatchik. Let's also not forget, once again, not trying to be morbid or anything, but we are literally one breath away from a Kamala Harris presidency.
We will work together and continue to work together to address these issues, to tackle these challenges, and to work together as we continue to work, operating from the new norms, rules, and agreements that we will convene to work together on to galvanize global action. This is a matter of urgent priority for all of us, and I know we will work on this together.
Is she fit to serve? Who does she represent? Let's be honest. I'm not saying I'm right, but what I am saying is, let's have a real competition. Let's have an actual debate. Let's be inclusive. Let's give voice to people, and to use Biden's own words,
Everyone should be given a fair shot to succeed in this country.
But hey, that's just what I believe. I want to know your thoughts. I often feel like a man without a party, so I'm interested to know who you think can best represent the will of the people, your interests, whatever that may be. Don't hold back. Let's talk about it in the comment section below. If you found this video helpful, please take a second to like it, share it, subscribe. Also turn on that notification bell, be that first commenter. I'm always excited to see who it is. And as always, thank you for your time today, and I'll see you next week.